We are having a straight talk with Risa and Edwina. Welcome back to Living 808. And today we are talking with the ladies about Memorial Day. Welcome to Living 808. Thank you guys. At home.
Thank you.
Can you guys tell me a little bit more about Memorial Day, please?
Following the Civil War, Memorial Day was originally known as Decoration Day. And someone named General John Logan called for a day of remembrance for all of the lives that were lost during the Civil War, which to date maintains the highest American casualty total of any conflict. And as the years progressed and lives were lost, further lives were lost due to other conflicts, Decoration Day gradually became known as Memorial Day, and Memorial Day became an official holiday in 1971. So the holiday is celebrated on the last Monday of May and honors all men and women whose lives were lost while serving in the United States military.
Why, and I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it for our viewers anyway. Why then is it so important to celebrate it?
You know, Memorial Day is really to commemorate, right, all of the American military personnel who died while serving in any of the wars. And you know, even though today we really look at Memorial Day as a time of a holiday, a time off, relaxation, barbecue time with family, really the real purpose of it is just to really highlight and honor the sacrifices, right, that the military men and women have made for our country that gives us the freedoms that we experience today. And so this is really why we do celebrate.
What can we learn from the universal doctrine of sacrifice?
Well, the literal meaning of sacrifice is to give up something of value for the sake of something that's regarded as more important or worthy. And this is the tenet behind Memorial Day, sacrifice. Sacrifice begets altruism, or the quality of focusing on something other than yourself without the expectation of something in return. And however, we as a society have gradually and increasingly moved to focusing more on the needs and wants of the individual rather than on the collective interest. We see this promoted in advertising and social media, for example. And this has unfortunately moved us away from the principles of sacrifice and altruism. But if we conceptualize this in terms of a scale where one end is selfishness and the other is unselfishness, the practice of sacrifice and altruism would move us more towards the unselfish end of the scale. And living in that unselfish end of the scale helps us to focus on something that's larger than ourselves and can, in effect, also help us to restore our faith in humanity, that there is still some good. People do want to do good.
You know, given the scale, how could we actually apply this to some of our own lives? How would we do that?
Memorial Day is really a great opportunity for just a time of self-reflection, as we stated earlier. And it's really being able to take a look at our lives as a whole and look at areas where maybe we can even make better decision choices. As Risa was talking about, we're looking at the collective interest and our lives as a whole, and even our community as a whole as well, too. And so it's a time where we really want to take this time to really reflect and see our impact of how we are with others that are around us. And again, like Risa was saying, we're looking at the collective interest as a whole.
What can somebody do if they want to talk a little bit more about some of these ideas?
I think one of the best places to start is with our kupuna. They have lived through periods in time that required shared sacrifice. For example, World War II, the Vietnam War, or even the controversial day that Hawaii became a state. Talking with them would provide rich perspective. Also, talking with spiritual leaders or friends who have kindred values would be another great avenue to take. And in addition, you know, getting professional assistance, like through our counseling center, we provide this type of support and services, and people could reach us at 808-375-7712 or on our website at www.hookollc.com.
Thank you guys so much. Straight talk with Risa and Edwina. We appreciate it so much and enjoy.
Thanks, John. Have a good one.
Thank you.